Chat, we back with another one, man, and it is an update of the end of Cinco versus DDG. Now let's tune in.
Caption was, I'm lying, but everything I said is true. He's explaining everything I said. He's just not saying the full thing. This is my bro, but after you talking about I'm not your bro, made you, never be cool, beat your, he's the victim here though. Like somehow he's the victim here again, somehow. If you make me this angry to even want to do something like this, I don't need to be around you. The last saga of the...
He ain't lying. If someone gotta approach me in that manner and we still supposed to be boys, that's malice in between your words though.
DDG versus Cinco beef happened last night, and after everything was said and done, it seemed like it was pretty clear that not only are they never going to speak again, but the behavior that was being displayed on this platform, it just proves a lot of people's feelings about what was being said about DDG. Outside of Cinco, we had inputs from Ben the Don and even his own brother, basically proving that everything Cinco was right in a way, and just became worse and worse as the stream went on. But I don't want to bore y'all with an intro. Why don't we immediately dive in with how this all started in Cinco's response. So he said he doesn't want to bring it to the internet, but he announced that I wasn't in the crib. I didn't say anything. I didn't say nothing. You feel me? He announced I wasn't in the house, and that his words exactly, I will explain further later. You know what I'm saying? That's his words. You know what I'm saying? So I don't understand what's different from him explaining it from me explaining it. And first of all, I ain't even say his name, chat. I ain't even say the name. Chat, everybody thought I was talking about this person. You guys gotta understand, bro. The internet is my job. A lot of narratives were floating around that it was because of this reason, because of my girl, all type of reasons, right? Since say none, those narratives were just being believed. So it's like, if I'm gonna walk, let's just say about my girl, right? If I'm gonna walk away from this and I wanna create content to make money with my girl, I can't do that because now they believe a false narrative to where they wouldn't support what I got going. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm gonna come clear it up. I didn't say no names. I'm not like, DDG did it, like DDG is the reason. Like I said, I gave a very surface level answer. With that clip we just saw, it was the beginning of Cinco trying to explain why he brought it to the internet in the first place, which was even one of my gripes. I'm normally not on the side of people bringing beefs to the internet, especially when it's something that can be resolved in private and actually doesn't need to be stated. And just like Cinco said, even when I first saw this narrative, I didn't see a bunch of people saying it was DDG. I saw a bunch of people blaming Dub, actually saying it was because of him, or again saying it was because...
Yeah, see, the Dub one saying, man, it was because of Dub, bro. Dub probably got in there running his mouth, and then they was bringing up old clips of Dub telling, you know, Cinco he ain't got this much money, that he ain't got this much money, this.
His girl. So it makes sense why he wants to come in and clear it up. And during that entire response that he had, he actually didn't say any names. Obviously, people are going to point fingers at a bunch of people from the Capaholics because it had to be somebody in that group, instead of DDG coming out saying he's lying without even apparently watching his response, and then also sitting there basically hyping himself up and putting the finger all at him so we know he's talking about DDG, when it probably could have been swept under the rug and just been a one-time thing that everybody talked about and let it go. But because they both are now speaking on it and actually pointing fingers at each other, it had to continue on for this amount of days. He's saying,
we know why it's being continued. We all know DDG like, well, if you want to beef on the internet, I gotta make some money out of it.
He just can't take the truth, bro. Like, he just cannot take the truth. And then when you tell him the truth, he's the type, like, you tell bro the truth, he just automatically just snap on you. But that just show you how much respect for you. It's like, say, and I tell you, you don't even like hearing the truth. The truth really like sting that. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's the type, he hates being wrong, gang. Like, hates being wrong, gang. This, I feel like, is the biggest point out of this 2-hour video that Cinco made, talking about how DDG cannot accept being wrong. And while a lot of people might sit there and be like, you don't know DDG personally, so how do you know we can't accept being wrong outside of Cinco just saying it, unless you want to automatically believe?
Well, he didn't believe that he lost a beef to Reggie or Soul Illuminati. He didn't want to believe it.
Him, we can see that in his personal life when his brother talks about it. He talks about how he would defend his brother no matter what, right or wrong. If these are the type of people you keep around you, especially as family, I can only imagine the type of friends you would keep around you so that you can consistently always be right.
I don't give a what my brother do. My brother could be wrong. Like I said this before and I'll say it again. My brother could walk into a kindergarten, uppercut a kid. For whatever reason, I'm gonna say he was right. I'm gonna say my brother was right. Because when at the end of the day, this is...
Well, nigga, both of y'all wrong then. You know what I'm saying? We you serious? That mean you wrong as hell. Like what? If your brother come in and uppercut somebody and you seen it and they saying your brother in the wrong and you saying no he not, you wrong, bro. You not teaching your brother right from wrong. So when wrong happens, as long as you supporting it, he thinks it's okay. Are we not thinking here?
My family, bro. This is who gonna make sure I'm good. If something happened to me, I'm gonna make sure something good would happen to him. I side with my brother, bro. Further, like as far as like if it's man, you know it is what it is. But on the internet, I'm not gonna let nobody talk about my brother. So listen, y'all. If anybody say anything about my brother, ban them. No timeout, ban them. We look like having a conversation about if my brother right or wrong, folks.
Whether if it's on the internet, not on the internet,
Because you gave a wrong take. Now, I don't know if this stems in a family, but
in person, behind closed doors, face to face, holding somebody accountable is the antithesis of actually being close and cool with them. We are all human at the end of the day. You literally cannot be right 100% of the time. But even if on the internet, people
that's true. You cannot be right 100% of the time. But when you know you're wrong, there's a place of accountability and a little bit of humility that shows character.
to portray you as always being right, at a certain point that is going to get to your head and influence the way that you do certain things. And with DDG, I feel like we can see that not only in just his brother saying that, but especially with his community always agreeing with him no matter what's going on. So of course to him, if he gets on the internet and gets in a disagreement with somebody, but everybody on the internet, his friends, his brother, anybody else around him, comment sections, Twitter threads, all saying he's not wrong, how could he possibly believe himself that he's wrong in any way, shape, or form? And if you're one of his friends saying actually you are wrong, then you're just being a weirdo, because why is the majority of people who I side with all saying I'm right, yet you want to single me out and say I'm wrong?
The nigga childish and disrespects people and treats them like they're nothing because of who he is. He's literally telling y'all this shit. But somehow he's the victim here though. Like somehow he's the victim here again. Somehow. Did I not, yes or no, did I not say, like I leave the group chat and he'll add me back, right? Did I not say that, right? I could have sworn I was lying. Like everything, like his caption was, I'm lying. But everything I said is true. He's explaining everything I said. He's just not saying the full thing. I did not say no whole shit then leave. I would literally be like, I'm not finna go back and forth with you, bro. Feel how you want to feel. Leave the group chat. He'll add me back. Oh, get back over here, boy. Da-da-da, and just start tapping. I'm like, gang, you like...
This nigga childish, bro. This nigga childish.
Like a little kid, bro. Like, why you want to go back and forth with me, bro? Like, you can't say something is not deep. You know what I'm saying? Like, I chose to leave because I felt it was deep. What you mean? Like, you disrespected the fuck out of a nigga. You said some real hurtful shit. I feel like I genuinely don't even want to be around giant energy no more. You feel me? Like, you can't tell me it's not deep. How the fuck you gonna tell a nigga you a bitch ass nigga and all this crazy shit, then tell me, nah, you can't stop being friends with me. It ain't that deep.
What I feel like it is a lack of understanding and a lack of acceptance that he is in the wrong, at least from DDG's point of view. Especially if you watch his entire video showing that he was joking the entire time. He was trying to demean J Cinco's feelings. Literally at the end right there, telling him that, hey, what he said wasn't that deep. What I said wasn't even that serious. Telling somebody else how to feel about something that you did is actually pretty narcissistic. And it would be different if it was just this one incident you could see with DDG here. But go throughout any of his beefs and you'll be able to find moments like this. We can even take a different beef that happened recently with Ben the Don, where he was in that same mode trying to punk him over a chair.
I'm telling you, I ain't gonna make a vote with you, bro.
So, can you please get up, brother?
Ask nicely, nigga. Don't
What did I
tap
just
my
say?
back.
Can you please get up, brother?
Don't tap.
I ain't gonna lie. Damn, why they not showing the footage? I want to see the footage, man. That's crazy. He was talking to Ben like that.
Oh, like, I really thought bro was trying to be funny on some shit. Like, yeah, and y'all gonna say it's trolling, but at what point is trolling, like, disrespectful in real life? You know what I'm saying? Like, to where a point where it's like, you either trying my manhood or, like, nigga, you tripping. Or I'm tripping, because it always come back to who got the biggest fan base to whoever's tripping. And that's what makes people think that they could do certain shit that they do at any time. And I just don't agree with that. And I'm gonna stand on mine, whether it's a million niggas behind me or nobody. You know what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it a buck, fool. I'm not here to like persuade nobody to fuck with me or not fuck with me. That's just how it's gonna go.
For anyone that's unaware of the situation, you know there was an altercation between Ben the Don and DDG, where DDG was out here disrespecting Ben the Don over a seat, to the point where he wouldn't get up, told him not to touch him, and was basically making a very big deal after Ben the...
What's so funny is, it's like, man, when you talking to another man, I don't come from no endorsements. I don't come from no fan base. So I don't got much to lose. So like, damn, bro, you trying to ego me, gang? To the point where now me and you finna bang right there because you upset or going through whatever you going through. You don't release that onto others that don't got nothing to do with what's going on in here.
Politely came up to him and asked him to move and even said please several times. Yet when Ben came to talk about it on stream, he was very respectful to DDG and just pointed out the places where he felt like he was wrong and should have moved differently. Yet when DDG saw that same response that Ben the Don made, he went the route that Jay Cinco was talking about. Apparently he is the victim. Apparently it's not that deep because he can tell you how you're supposed to feel about a situation and he's just hate farming him for no real reason.
The only thing that I just don't fuck with or respect about the fucking seat shit, first of all, it's a seat. It's not that deep. And second of all, I had a literal 15-minute conversation with him. I had a 15-minute conversation with this nigga, and we hashed it out, shook hands, everything. Then they get online and hate farm. I'm like, I just didn't understand it. I'm like, bro, what? Didn't we just have a whole conversation? That shit just weird to me.
If you realize anything between these recent DDG beefs, especially with people that are okay with having their own platform or don't need them in any way, shape, or form, the going back and forth really tends to end. They come out here, they say their piece like Ben the Don. They come out here, they say their piece like Jay Cinco, maybe go back to clear it up and keep it pushing. Yet it seems like DDG wants to go back and forth, and it feels like he is the one that keeps wanting this internet stuff to go on. When in all reality, it could easily end while he tries to take it to the furthest extent, and it's not really necessary. Fortunately for us, it doesn't get any better because throughout Jay Cinco's response while watching him, he points out multiple parts where DDG just obviously misconstrued his words on purpose to make himself sound better when everybody else around him, even people in his chat, obviously can tell what the truth is.
And I just want to say this because he said I'm not a real homie. I don't care. This about bro. This I use God for sympathy. This is the videos I sent him. Right? All about God, like change the way yourself, like, you know, how to get closer to God. And I sent him a long message, right? These videos helped the nigga elevate my mind a lot and just change my perspective in life. A lot of us that do this on our own, never had these serious talks, they be helping to hear it and really just focus. Money good, but if your mind ain't right.
See, Jay Cinco got that Holy Spirit on him. Like, that's somebody I don't mind being around. Somebody that actually want to see me grow. Even if I don't acknowledge all of the videos, you sent it to me because you feel like this is what's helping you, and I might be seeing your flourish, I might be seeing the glow and the prosper, and you helping me learn myself, know myself, not just for the cameras or the fame or the glory.
Spiritually and mentally, you're not gonna be ever happy or satisfied in real life. Want the best for all y'all. Lock in with life and make sure right. Your situation not the end of the world. Just look at it as God teaching you a lesson for your actions and learn from them and make better ones in the future. I would have said F Reggie's Bam for niggas to be rap battling face to face 4 months later on Monday. Y'all niggas made me feel like I was a fake ass nigga because I didn't hop in the middle of the beef when I literally said I don't want to hop in it because I don't want to be in the middle of this shit and seem like a fake nigga. You feel me? Because it has nothing to do with me. It's
trying to prove that he is fake, trying to prove that that message shows that he sneak dissing. In all reality, DDG didn't really prove much. And in the beginning, Jay Cinco obviously wanted to prove that, hey,
I did all this wrong, but the person that's supposed to be a victim right now, look what he did though.
Not only is he not a fake person who's actually helped DDG, but he also is connected with God, which is something that DDG pointed out as a gripe as he was trying to get sympathy throughout his entire apology video. I don't know Jay Cinco personally, but if his first response to you going through trouble is you sending a bunch of videos showing what God can do and showing things that connected him more to God, and then in a giant paragraph saying that money, the thing that you know DDG definitely highly values, isn't everything and that he should connect spiritually and mentally with God, that seems like somebody that's connected with his faith heavy. I don't know him personally, again, along with the big text messages that said he was dissing Reggie, which anybody with 2 pairs of eyes could look at, see, and be like, that's obviously not the case that's going on. And DDG is just using that one screenshot to misinterpret how Jay Cinco was trying to feel about the situation. And actually, he was just saying if he would have did what DDG wanted him to do or anybody else in Capaholics, then he would be in a very weird position when a couple months later, they would have been completely fine and that situation would have just made it worse for everybody involved.
That's just so scary to say. Like, he might try to take this one line and reconstrue it to ruin my whole narrative.
Then no nigga gonna squabble for me. That's never what I said, gang. I'm squabbling a nigga off the dribble. You feel me? Like, and if you don't want to squabble, bro, just tell bro, turn down the fade. Like, oh, you don't want to squabble. Cool. But I want my niggas there. You feel me? I feel comfortable with these niggas here. You feel me? Because I don't trust certain niggas. You feel me? I don't trust niggas, gang. At the end of the day, I take full accountability. And that's the thing, like, it didn't go through though. Why didn't it go through? I called my niggas the next day. I said, yo, bro, we we not doing that, gang. Cause I got to my senses. That's why I said the devil will trick a nigga out of his spot. This nigga and fucking with these niggas, gang, they gonna make me crash out. The disrespect and the not understanding, and it's like talking to a wall. And it's like you get so angry, and it's like if you niggas make me this angry to even want to do some shit like this, I don't need to be around you niggas, brother. And that's why I walked away.
Don't get me wrong, I still feel like Jay Cinco is wrong in certain parts. It's not like he's a saint and just did everything right. He definitely didn't. Like he talks about in that part where he brought his friends and we're actually gonna fight DDG. Saying that he actually was gonna fight him personally, but was just gonna bring his friends there so he feels safe. From anyone else's perspective, that is not only wild, but it just feels like you were actually about to get jumped. And apparently he ended up calling it off and everything was okay. But in that realization, he talks about how if people are getting him this upset, then he just does not need to be around them, which is the case. And the life lesson that y'all should definitely live by as well. Anybody in this space can have the most successful, fruitful career if they just sit there and be a yes man to someone that's big. Obviously, that's not gonna happen for a lot of people.
Straight up, people are waking up for themselves, and I just pray that the Lord keep me safe in these spaces. Like, I don't want to do anything, oh, I had to do this. This was through my choice. It seemed fun, but when it turns into an ego thing, hey, get out my seat, hey, go grab my water like I'm some rookie on a team, I'm good, bro.
You go against somebody who feels like they are all that, or they feel like they are the program, all of a sudden you are a weirdo, you are a hater, when in all reality, it could just be you standing up for yourself and not wanting to take the disrespect that they are dishing out. But at the end of the day, that is just how I feel about the situation. If you want to tell me how you feel, the best place to do would be the comment section down below, because this video is unfortunately over. But if you...
All right, it was LAMA.EVERYTHIng here with LaMas Crew. Who is that? That is you. I appreciate all the love. People, make sure you drop a like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know who you think is right or wrong in this beef. Jay Cinco, DDG. I'm leaning Jay Cinco being right, leaning DDG being more in the wrong. Y'all let me know.